You're going to need either a scarf, a long scarf, or a strap or a rope that we can use for resistance between our arms and between our legs and our feet. And welcome everyone. Good morning, Monday morning, 2021. I can't believe it's here. Yay! Anyway, I hope so far that you're having a wonderful year. It's probably going to be a different year too, but a wonderful year, and we're just going to embrace it as much as we can, going into the positives and happy thoughts. So hopefully everyone has a scarf. If you didn't get one, then just pick up a scarf or a strap or something that we can use around our arms and legs. So just lay that on your thighs for now, or put it down, and get yourself into your chair, sitting up nice and tall, feet rooted down into the ground. Okay, so lengthen through your spine. Just maybe wiggle around a few times just to get yourself situated into your chair. And resting your hands onto your thighs, and then close your eyes. And then just start to pay attention of the space that you're in right now. Noticing the air around you. Noticing anything that you hear. So noticing as much as you can in the space that you're in right now. Noticing yourself sitting on the chair. And just being aware as much as you possibly can of what's going on in the space that you're in. Aha, Meg, get yourself a scarf or a strap or something. Okay, and then once you're really familiar with the space that you're in, you're going to go in a little bit deeper, and you're going to allow yourself to come into your chair, into your body, and start paying attention to what's happening in the body. So starting to do that body scan, moving slowly through it, just checking how you're feeling today. Feeling yourself also in your chair, but now starting to pay attention to your muscles and your joints. So in yoga, we start to call, we have some layers like an onion. Think of yourself like an onion. We have 5 layers. And the first layer is our physical layer. So that's our first kosha. It's called a kosha. So think of that physical layer as your first layer, and it's tied to the earth. This is what grounds us. So that physical layer, that earth layer, that food layer, because we're made up of food. So notice how those joints are feeling, muscles, ligaments, maybe even the organs. Then we're going to go into the next layer. The next layer is our vitals. So start to pay attention to those vitals. So that's the circulation system. So maybe you can feel the heart beating and the blood starting to move through your body. So the circulation system, the digestion system, all the vital signs. The endocrine system, the nervous system. Just maybe seeing if you can tap into those systems, and that's tied. It's tied to water, the element of water. And you think of blood moving like a wave through your body. And then we're going to go a little deeper, going into your mental kosha. Well, just noticing what you're thinking right now, the kind of thoughts. And the element that's represented here is fire. Just noticing your thought processes, what's happening in and around, what's going on up there. Sometimes the mind likes to wander. In fact, it wanders a lot. So every time you notice it wandering, you just bring it back. And then we'll go into the fourth kosha, which is the intellect, your intuition, your wisdom. So just knowing what you know. Sometimes it's a little tricky because what we know deep inside is our truth. And then what's out there in and around and in society and all around us, we have to figure out if that's our truth or not. So especially at the time that we're going through right now, I know I'm struggling a little bit with that, is what is true and what is not true. So really what we need to do is really trust in ourselves, in what our belief systems are. And our belief systems are made up of, as we were growing up, our parents who raised us, all the things that happened in our life. And this is what brings our beliefs into us. But just look a little deeper into our wisdom, into our intellect, and you will find what is right for you. And that's not necessarily going to be right for the next person, but what is right for you. Okay, and then that is represented by air. And then we're going to go into the last kosha, which is deep. Deep, 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 deep. And that's the self. That's the bliss layer. That's when everything is just so hunky-dory, everything is wonderful. That is when you get into the me. So if all your physical was gone and everything else was gone, your last little essence is your me, the self. So this class today is all about trying to connect with that self, trying to connect with your truth. And don't overanalyze it. Don't try to struggle with it. Just be playful with it and just notice if you can maybe even notice all the different levels of the koshas. Okay, so now bring your attention to your breath. Just watch the way that you're breathing right now. Just notice the breath moving in and out of your body. Noticing if it's shallow or deep or smooth or jerky or whatever it is. With every breath, allow that breath just to get a little bit deeper, a little bit slower. Almost like moving through like a wave through your body. And really trying to enjoy that breath. Feel it moving through. And as you inhale, feel yourself lifting up a little bit. So feeling the spine raising up towards the ceiling. And as you exhale, feel yourself grounding down a little bit more through your seat and through your feet. So it's kind of like a little tug of war happening in your body, but it's very, very slight. Just feels a little bit more connected to the space that you're in. So allowing that breath to get deeper and deeper, slower and slower, taking your time. Remembering through your practice to be kind. Kindness starts with you. And just to do things that work in your body. So again, trying to find your truth, what works for you, and not putting yourself into harm's way. Okay, now once that breath is nice and deep, we're just gonna slowly start to do some head circles. So just be really, really gentle in the neck because we've got really intimate ligaments in the neck. So we don't want to overstrain them. So just bending the head, just gently moving to the side. The head does not have to go all the way back. Just go to where you have control over it and it feels okay. So just going slow. If this gets you dizzy, first of all, we're going to be going really, really slowly. But if you're getting dizzy, you can always open up your eyes. Trying to keep the shoulders away from the ears, trying to keep them down. So it's just the head that's moving forwards and just very, very gently. Okay, and then let's go in the opposite direction just a couple of times, noticing how this one feels going this way. Again, not forcing the movement. Let's do one more of those. Noticing as you're moving, if you can maybe connect with any one of those koshas, those layers that we were talking about. You might only notice one or two at a time. Okay, and then bring your head back to center. And then we're gonna start to move the entire body around the circles. So coming forwards, moving over towards the side and back, and just going as far forward, as far back, and to the sides as much as you like. It does not have to be a big movement. Or you can make it as big as you like. Remembering not to fall off the chair. And just feel this in your body, how it feels through your whole body, noticing all the different sensations, the connection with your feet and your seat in the chair and on the ground. Then noticing the space that you're taking up. Okay, let's go in the opposite direction whenever you're ready. And just notice how it feels. Again, if you're getting dizzy, open up your eyes. Or for a different sensation, have your eyes open or closed. Maybe try both. Going slow, just noticing joints, muscles, anything else. Maybe the breath, if the breath has changed, maybe you're holding your breath. Hopefully not, but it happens. Okay, and then let's come up to seated. And then just let's stay here for a moment. Get in contact with your breath again, eyes open and closed, whatever you prefer. Just hold it for a moment and just notice what you feel right now. You might feel some tingling or vibrations, or you might feel something, maybe not. Maybe you can get into those different layers again, noticing the physical layer. Maybe you can get into the vital layer, noticing the blood moving through the body. The vital layer is also where the breath lies as well too. Because without the breath, it's definitely a vital sign. Okay, so on your next breath, we're going to grab that strap that you have on your thighs, and we're going to make it about the width of our shoulders, the width of our thighs. Okay, and then we're going to slowly, with our elbows a little tiny bit bent, we're just going to inhale, bringing the arms all the way up as far as you can go. And then bring the arms all the way back down. So just going nice and slow up and down. Okay, we're gonna do 2 more of those. And as we're going up, root down a little bit more in your bottom and in your feet, lengthen through your spine, all the way back down. Make sure you're breathing as the arms come up. And we're just gonna actually leave the arms up here this time. Just leave them up here, just adjust yourself. Soften through the elbows, soften through your shoulders. Hold it here. And we're gonna do a little twist here, very, very gentle. We're gonna twist over towards the right side. Little twist, not very much. Come back to center. And then twist towards the left side. Come back to center. And then the arms are gonna float all the way back down. All the way back down. And just stay here for a moment. Just check in with yourself. All the different layers. Finding your truth, yourself, the me. We're going to do that again. Inhale the arms all the way back up again. Bring them to where they feel okay and stable. And again, on your exhale, we're going to twist towards the right side. Just gently. Inhale back to the center. Twist towards the other side. Inhale back to center. And then exhale, bring the arms all the way back down again. Okay, and just take another moment here. Again, just noticing, witnessing. Okay, on your next inhale, we're going to lift the arms just about halfway up. Halfway up. So the arms are parallel with the floor, okay? And we're just gonna pull a little bit, do a little bit of resistance between the hands and the arms. So feel as if you're pulling away, but see if you can just hug in at the same time. So there's a little bit of a tug of war happening here. Okay, still breathe. Notice if you stop breathing or not, make sure you're breathing. On your next exhale, we're just going to do another little twist towards the right side. Going as far as you can go. And then inhale, come back to center. Okay, and then we're going to twist towards the other way. Left twist. Good. And then come back to center. And then bring the arms all the way back down onto your thighs. And again, take a moment here. Notice. Notice as much as you can. Okay, and let's do that again. Inhale the arms halfway up. Pull on your strap or your scarf or whatever, soften through the shoulders, and then hug yourself in at the same time. So a little bit of resistance here with that little tug of war. On your exhale, we're going to twist over towards the right side. Little twist. Inhale, come back to center. And exhale, twist towards the other side. Good. Inhale, back to center. And exhale, bring the arms all the way back down. And just release the strap for a minute. Just bring your hands, open them up nice and wide because you probably have sweaty palms now. So let's just wiggle the fingers around. Still paying attention to what's happening in the body. Do a few squeezes and release. Squeeze and release the fingers. And one more time, squeeze and release. And we're going to bring the hands palm face up onto our thighs. Good. Okay, and we're going to hold on to that strap again, but the palms are face up this time. And our elbows are tucked now onto the inside of the body. Okay, so don't squeeze the strap so much that you turn your fingers numb. So just a gentle, 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 gentle. Okay. So we're going to inhale, the elbows are bent, and we're going to lift all the way up. Elbows are bent all the way up. And then bring it all the way down again on your exhale. We're going to do that again, but this time we're going to leave the arms up. Elbows are bent. Okay, we don't have to go up very high, as high as you want. Okay, from here, we're going to do a little side bend. So pull on your strap Little side bend, don't fall off the chair. Both buttock cheeks are on the chair. Inhale, come back to center. Exhale, over towards the other side. Inhale, come back to center. And then exhale, bring the arms all the way back down onto your lap. And just again, notice, you can open up your hands a little bit just to release if you're grabbing on. And just take a moment here, noticing. We're gonna do that just one more time. Okay, so hold on to your strap, palms face up, hug in the sides of your body, sitting up nice and tall, root down through your feet in your seat. On your inhale, the arms are gonna come up, keep a bend in your elbows. Going up as high as you want, just keep the shoulders soft. And once we're up there, we're gonna do a little side bend again. Side bend. Doesn't matter which side you do first. Come back up to center, over towards the other side. Come back to center. And then bring the arms all the way back down. And then just release that, and again, notice. Okay, so just leave the strap on your thigh for now. And we're gonna take both arms, we're gonna reach all the way up, connect the fingers, and we're gonna go wiggle them, and we're gonna come all the way forwards, 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 as forward as we can. We might touch our toes, we might touch something else, doesn't matter. Go as far as you can. Exhale everything out here, and then inhale, bring yourself all the way back up. You can wiggle your fingers if you like. And then exhale the arms all the way back down. Take a moment noticing how that felt. If you felt dizzy, go a little bit slower or don't go as far down. Okay, let's do that again. Inhale the arms all the way up. You can wiggle the fingers if you like. Reach up as high as you can, and we're gonna come forward, stretching out. We're not hunched over, we're reaching out, going forward, 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 reaching down to whatever comes first, maybe the knees, maybe the ankles, maybe the toes, doesn't matter. Exhale everything out here, and then inhale, come all the way back up again. Nice and slow, reaching up as high as we can. And then exhale, open up the arms and bring them all the way down, back down in your body. Good, let's do that one more time. Inhale, lift up as high as you possibly can, still grounding down through your feet and your seat. And then exhale, reach forwards. Try to keep a nice level back, reaching down. Exhale, exhale, exhale as much as you possibly can out of your body. And then inhale, lift up when you're ready. Reaching it all the way back up again. And then exhale, bring the arms all the way back down. All the way back down. And then keeping the arms either down by your sides or on your thighs. And then just take a moment here and just notice. Good. Okay, let's take the strap again. And we're going to root down through your right foot this time. And this time we're going to lift up the left foot. Just lift up the left foot for now. It might not come up very high off the ground. And just notice how that feels in your body, just to have one foot lifted up. Okay, and then bring that foot down. And we're going to do the same thing with the right foot. So root down through that left foot, sit up nice and tall, and then just lift up the right foot. And just notice how that feels. If you can settle here a little bit more, it's just going to feel really different. And then bring that foot back down. Okay, so this time let's root down through the right foot. Take your strap. You're just going to have it around the knee or the shin this time. So the left foot is going to come up, and you're just going to take it and wrap it around the shin. We're just going to stay here. Soften through your shoulders. You're going to be pulling on the strap. Root down through your feet, through that right foot, and through your bottom. Soften through your face and your shoulders, and then just stay here for a couple more breaths. Eyes open or closed. See if you can get through those different layers, the physical layer, the vital layer, the mental layer, the wisdom layer, your truth, and then the me. See if you can notice all those layers. If you don't worry about it. Don't overanalyze it. Just pay attention. Okay, on your next exhale, we're going to bring that leg down, bring the strap down, and just notice after you release it. Notice your breath, notice sensations. Okay, let's do that. The same thing with the right leg. So root down through your left leg and pick up your right leg. Doesn't have to be very high. And then grab that strap and put it around your knee or your shin. Arms are relaxed, but you're just kind of pulling on that strap to keep you up. Rooting down through your seat and through that left foot, soften through the shoulders and your face. Make sure you're breathing. And then again, see if you can go through those different layers. The physical, the vital, the mental, the wisdom, the truth. And then into your me. And take 2 more breaths here. If you feel any shaking, that's okay. That's usually just the energy. But you just keep checking yourself out, noticing what is what. Make sure you're breathing. Okay, on your next exhale, let's slowly bring that leg back down. And then just take a moment just to notice here. Okay, so this time we're going to take the strap and we're going to extend our leg. So see if you can take it and put it underneath your foot, if that's a possibility. If it's not, just make some adjustments. Sometimes you have to put it on the ground and then just lift it up. Okay, so then you're gonna lift up the leg. Lift it up as high as you can without rounding your back. You don't wanna come forwards like this. You wanna just lift up. If you can lift it up and just really stretch it out, great, but you don't have to even do that, okay? So you just do what you can do. I'm just gonna turn sideways a little bit. Okay, so you're grounding down through your right foot and your left foot is up. Soften through your shoulders. Stretch out your leg. It can be, doesn't have to come up very high. It can be down here towards the ground as well too. Okay, little tiny bit of a bend in the knee. You don't have to lock that knee at all. Okay, we're sitting up nice and tall. You can hug the elbows in towards the sides. You're not pressing and squeezing so much. And we're going to see if we can just sit here for a couple of breaths and try to relax into this pose. Again, going through those layers. Make sure you're breathing. Checking out the physical, the vitals, the mental, what kind of thoughts are moving around up in your head, the truth, what is yours, and the me. Notice where you're grabbing on, gripping. Holding it here, breathing. Let's take 1 more breath on this side. And then very gently, when you're ready, you can bend into the knee, bring the foot down. I'll just take a moment here. And actually, I think what we're going to do is put a little cat and cow into this, just to put any strain, if there was any strain in the back at all, because that tends to happen sometimes. So just place your hands on your thighs. If you want to stand up for this, you're very welcome to. So hands onto the thighs, and we're going to move into our cow. So pushing the chest through, opening up through the throat. So a little bit of a divot in the back. And then exhale, push the back against the chair, round out through the shoulders, tuck the chin for our cat. We'll do that through 2 more times. Moving into your cow. Chin's up, chest is forward. And then exhale, round out. We'll do that one more time. Inhale, coming through into our cow. And exhale, round out into our cat. And then bring yourself back up into a seat. Take a moment here. It's amazing when you stop and pause between movements, what you can discover. You're really paying attention. Okay, so let's root down through that left foot this time. Get your strap or your scarf or whatever you got. Put it onto the floor or whatever and put your foot onto it. So it's usually around the arch or around the ball of the foot, either or, whatever works for you. And we're going to bring that leg up a little bit. And again, the leg does not have to be up very high. It can be lower down to the ground, or it can be up a little bit higher. We just want to make sure we don't cave in like this. Okay? We want to sit up nice and tall. And I'm going to be pulling equally onto your strap or your scarf. And just holding yourself here. Soften through your face, soften through your shoulders. And then go ahead and check in with all those layers again. Once you start checking in with those layers, you might feel like you need to adjust wherever you are. And that's totally normal. So eyes can be open or closed for this. And just noticing, maybe you feel some energy moving through the body. Breathing here, making sure that you're breathing. And softening, trying to find some ease in this pose. This is what this is all about. Trying to find ease. Your truth, yourself. Okay, let's hold it here for 2 more breaths. I can feel some shaking happening in my leg right now. You might be able to too. Okay. And then when you're ready, you can bend into that knee, bring the leg slowly back down, and bring the scarf back or the strap back. Just rest it on your thighs or put it on the ground, whatever. Take a moment here. We're going to do 3 more sets of cat and cow to release any strain. So just bring your hands onto your thighs. And again, we're going to move into our cow, pushing the chest forward, softening through the shoulders, little divot in the back, open up through the throat, and then exhale, round out, press back into your chair. 2 more times, moving at your own pace. You can take as long as you like through this. You can take a few breaths through each pose if you like, just to release any strain you feel any part of the body. Last one. Good. And then we're going to sit back up, nice and tall. I'm going to just move my chin around. Okay. So root down through your seat and your arm and your feet again. We're going to inhale, bring the arms all the way up. Reach as high as you can, and then we're going to reach forwards. Do a forward bend again, reaching all the way forward, down towards the ground, wherever you get to. Then we're going to come up halfway lift. So hands come up onto the thighs or maybe onto the shins. We're going to lengthen through the back. So remember, the spine comes right into the head. So make sure that the neck is lengthened. And then we're going to exhale, reach down towards the toes. Open up the arms into a T. Bring yourself all the way back up again. Arms all the way up. And this time we're going to root down through the left foot, bring the right knee up, just as far as you can. And then exhale, right foot comes down, open up through the arms, and you're gonna plunge all the way back down. Forward bend, reaching down towards the toes. We're gonna come up halfway again, hands to the shins or the thighs, lengthen through your spine. Exhale, reach all the way back down. Inhale, arms into a T as you bring your whole body all the way back up again. Reaching all the way up. This time, root down through the right foot, left leg comes up. Just a little bit. And then exhale, bring the left foot down, arms open up, and we're gonna reach all the way back down again, reaching down towards the toes. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward bend. And then inhale, open up your arms again, nice and wide into a T, and bring yourself all the way back up, reaching the arms all the way up. Good, and then exhale, bring your hands towards your heart. Excellent. Okay, take a moment here. Okay, we're gonna push ourselves up off the chair. And just have your strap handy. Okay, so using the chair, I have mine on the side, but you can have it wherever you want, just as long as you have support. So if you need your support. Okay, so we're gonna hold on to the chair. Okay, root down through your feet. Stand up nice and tall. And we're just gonna close your eyes for a moment. So you should most likely holding your strap in one hand, holding the chair in the other hand. Okay, close your eyes, stand up nice and tall here. And just take a moment as we stand up and settle down. Again, checking yourself out. Okay, open up your eyes. Okay, we're going to take the strap and we're going to bring it around the ankle of the foot. So we're kind of holding on the foot towards the back of us. Okay, everyone got that? If you don't want to do it like that, you can just bring your foot back up behind you. Okay, so make sure you're holding onto the chair because this is a little wiggly woggly. Okay, so we're just going to hold ourselves here. If you want to bring your leg back a little bit more, that's totally fine. But just allow yourself the strap just to pull a little bit, just so the leg is a little bit more, so you feel a little bit of activity there in the arm, in the back. You're supporting yourself with your right foot, and you're standing up nice and tall. And you might even feel, even with the holding onto the chair, you might feel a little bit unbalanced here. So just stay here and breathe, just noticing. If you want to challenge yourself a little bit more, close your eyes. You don't have to. But if you do, close your eyes, even just for a split moment, just to notice. And even I'm holding on, and with my eyes closed, I feel a little bit. My foot is trying to still find balance, but I know that I'm safe because I'm holding onto the chair. But it just feels a little weird. Holding it here. Okay. And then when you're ready, open up your eyes and release your leg down. Good. Either holding onto the chair or holding onto your thighs. We're just going to bend a little bit into the legs. Just to release a little bit. Okay, we're going to do this onto the other side now. I'm going to come over onto the other side of my chair. So this time we're going to root down through the left foot. So you're holding the strap with your right hand, holding the chair with your left hand. And then again, just close your eyes and then just notice. So you're rooting down a lot more with that left foot this time. Okay, and then open up your eyes. And then you're going to take the strap again and put it around your your right foot, your right ankle. It's going to come up behind you. So you're holding on with your right hand. Trying to stay up as much as you can. If you don't want to use the strap, you don't have to. You can just bring your leg up, which is totally fine. Okay. So you feel as if almost like there's a little bit of a tug of war happening in the leg and the arm. The leg is trying to press down, the arm is trying to bring that foot up a little bit. You can hug your thighs together if you wish. Just trying to stand up as tall as you can, rooting down through your left foot. And just noticing here, noticing between all those layers, noticing what's happening here, your breath, your balance. And then if you want to challenge yourself a little bit more, close your eyes. I'm not going to say let go of the chair. This is a little bit too wild. But even just closing your eyes, holding onto the chair, you can really feel your balance being worked here. As your foot tries to find balance and equilibrium. Don't forget, as you're paying attention to that balance, to breathe. Don't forget about that. And noticing everything else that there is to notice here. Okay, let's take one more breath on this side. Just feeling that little tug of war between the leg and the arm. Standing up nice and tall. And then when you're ready, just allow that right leg to come down. Releasing the strap. Don't need that anymore for now. Put it down. And then you can either hang on to the chair or bend a little bit, and then just wiggle around, come up and down into the thighs. Bending into those knees. Okay, and then we're going to stretch out through the back. So coming around, either holding on to the back of the chair or holding on to the bottom of the seat of the chair. We're going to walk ourselves backwards, grabbing hold, bend into the knees, and stretch the hips back. So it's somewhat like either a halfway lift or a downward dog. Okay, we're just going to stretch out the back and the arms and the legs. This should feel good. If it doesn't, adjust it until it does. Maybe you don't need to come down as far. Maybe you just need to hold on to the top of the chair instead. But make sure you feel really secure in your feet. I'm just taking a few breaths here. Just allow the head to hang between the arms. Just a really nice stretch through the whole body here. Let's feel the lengthening through the spine. Couple breaths. Okay, and then when you're ready, we're just going to walk ourselves forwards and come out of it. And slowly roll yourself all the way back up to standing, and then we're going to come back down into our seat. So sitting into our seat again. Rooting down through the feet, sitting up nice and tall. And then just go ahead and close your eyes again and do a little check-in. So again, feeling maybe the space that you're in, and then paying attention to that physical layer. So maybe even pretending that you're an onion and peeling away. So taking a look at that physical layer. It's tied to the earth. Maybe you can connect a little bit more with the organs, the skin being the largest organ. Just noticing what you can notice about that physical layer. So organs, muscles, ligaments, bones, joints, and all the sensations that go with those. And then moving into the vitals. So the circulation system, breath, the blood, the nervous system. Maybe you feel some nerves in your body. Usually those are the ones that give you a little bit more sensation. So feeling like water flowing. And then going deeper into the mental. Element is fire. And just noticing the thoughts again that are moving through your head. Whatever type of thoughts. How busy it is up there, or maybe it's a little bit quieter and calmer now. And then moving into the fourth layer, the intellect, the intuition, your truth. This is the air, represented by air. What is your truth? Were you able to find it through our movements today? Or maybe even just, maybe not through the movements, maybe through our pauses. Okay, and then move slowly into the fifth layer, the me, the deepest part of you, the self. It's that bliss layer. That's represented by space. Sometimes we only get a glimpse of it. And when I'm talking about that me, I'm not talking about your job or your roles as a husband or a wife or a girl or an engineer or a house cleaner or anything like that. I'm talking about the me, the essence, your trueness, your me, the self. Okay, let's take a big breath in through the nose. Bring your arms all the way up above your head. Reach and wiggle the fingers. Stretch out your legs. One leg maybe first. Do a few ankle circles. Good, and bring the leg and the arms all the way back down again. And then again, inhale the arms all the way back up. This time stretch out the other leg. Reach it out, ankle circles, maybe wrist circles at the same time. Creak, crack. And then bring the leg down, bring the arms all the way back down. And then you're going to rest. So allow yourself to rest into your chair. If you want to get onto the ground for this little Savasana, go ahead. Just reach yourself down. Settle into the chair or into the ground. You can reach your legs out a little bit so your heels are just touching or the outer edges of your feet are touching, entirely up to you. Your arms can be resting on your thighs or down by your side. And then just so gently close your eyes and settle. So this is the place where you can totally surrender and let go. Release whatever is not needed. So try not to control your breath anymore. Just allow yourselves just to settle. Watch your breath and relax. And very, very slowly bring your awareness back to the space that you're in. Allow the breath to deepen. Bringing yourself back, wiggling fingers and toes. And then giving yourself a little stretch, if you like. Always feels good to stretch. And just wiggle yourself around. If you're on the ground, you can bring yourself into a fetal position. If you're on a chair, just start to bring yourself up into your seat. And so then we're all going to bring ourselves into a seat, whether you're on the ground or on the floor, ground on your chair. So wherever you are, just make yourself that you're totally stable. So coming into your seat now, and just eyes can be open or closed, but just take a moment just to notice how you feel. So emotionally, physically, any way you like. Maybe just noticing the difference between how you felt when we first sat and now that after we've had majority of our practice. And then become in contact with your breath again. So just watching your breath moving through the body. With every breath, get a little bit deeper and get a little bit slower. Again, eyes can be open or closed, entirely up to you. If your eyes are open, try not to allow the eyes to wander. Try to fix yourself on one location or one spot of awareness. And get that breath going deeper and deeper. And then on your next inhale, see if you can count up to 8 as you breathe in. And then as you exhale, see if you can count again to 8 or down from 8. Nice and slow. If 8 isn't suiting you, find a number that suits you. It might be 6, might be 4, whatever. And then when you've exhaled as much as you can, inhale again and see if you can get up to that 8. So we don't want to make it struggle. And then see if you can exhale for 8. Again, if 8's not working for you, find a number that does. And again, inhale for a count of 8. This time we're going to pause for a moment or two. So maybe might be like a moment, like a 1 second or 2 seconds, maybe even 3 seconds. And then exhale it out again for the same amount of time, either that 8 count or whatever you were counting. And then do it again. Inhale for a count of 8 if you can. And then hold your breath again. Maybe you can add 1 second longer. And then slowly let it back out when you're ready for that same count. So we're trying for an 8 in, 8 out. When you're ready to breathe in again, inhale for a count of 8. Taking your time. And then see if you can hold it maybe for a count of 4 this time. And then slowly let it out for a count of 8. When you're ready, inhale for a count of 8. And then see how long you can hold it for this time without struggling. Your body will know when it needs to start breathing out. And whenever you're ready, exhale it all the way back out. Count of 8 if you can. We're going to do that one more time whenever you're ready. Inhale again for a count of 8, or whatever number you decided. And then see if you can hold it for as long as you can without struggling. Keeping the shoulders soft, keeping the face soft. Staying as peaceful as you can. When you can't hold that breath in any longer, then slowly exhale it all the way out, maybe even longer than you did before. And then after that exhale, just resume your easy breathing. And just take a moment just to notice. Your eyes are open. Close your eyes now. And just take a few moments to reflect on your practice today. Maybe even just reflecting on those koshas, those layers of the onion, layers of the body, layers of you. Maybe you don't remember them all, that's okay. Just the things that reflected, that vibrated in you. What are the things that made sense to you, or that you had some questions about, or something that really maybe took your breath away? And then what is your truth? Were you able to find your truth through your practice today? Your truth is really what you believed in and what felt right. Your intuition, you're really what felt right in your body or in your mind or whatever you were doing. So hopefully taking all that you've learned today, maybe just little bits and pieces, and maybe trying to integrate them through the rest of the day or the rest of the week, or maybe through the rest of the year. Okay, we're going to close this practice today. So bring your hands towards your heart, bowing your head down, giving yourself the utmost of gratitude for being here, for trying maybe something different, for opening up yourself to new experiences and maybe a different perspective, for joining in the energy, having that connection. Let's finish this practice with one Om. So take a breath in through the nose, sigh it out, breathe in for one Om. Namaste. Thanks.